KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City. Views and opinions expressed on this program or the products endorsed on this program are not necessarily those of KTLV Radio.
Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to the Clara Luper Show.
KTLV,
In a
Midwest
moment,
City,
your
Oklahoma City.
host, Sister Clara Luper.
Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you, wherever you are. Today's program is being brought to you by Marilyn Hildreth, an Allstate Independent Insurance Agent. The telephone number is 843-0811. Marilyn will take care of all of your insurance business. Kim Jones Shelton was known for many. She worked in state government as a personnel analyst and an affirmative action coordinator for the Oklahoma Office of Personnel Management. Kim was promoted and became the personnel manager with the State Office of Public Affairs. In 1982, she was named as the personnel director with the University of Central Oklahoma and held that position until 1985. In 1985, she went back to work in state government and became the civil rights administrator with the State Department of Human Services and worked there until she retired. After she retired, she became a consultant in the health business. Yes.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. I want to remind all of you, and this is live, and I want to remind all of you to do us a very special favor because this is an important service. Important Saturday. We have a lot of items and a lot of issues that we will be discussing on this show this morning. The phone number here, if you care to comment, 672-1220. We want you to be a part of the show. Sit back, relax, call that neighbor and invite them to be a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show. And now back to Clara Luper.
Yes, we were talking about Kim Jones Shelton. Many of you will remember her as the president of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Many of you will remember her as a member of the Urban League, the Live Oak chapter number 54 of the Order of the Eastern Star, the East Side Culture Club, the Oklahoma City Junior League, and the Oklahoma City chapter of the Lynx. Many of you will remember Kim Jones as a member of the Governor's Commission on the Status of Women. The Governor's Commission on Disabler and Oklahoma Personnel Studies Commission. Many of you will remember Kim Jones as a member of the Black Association of State Employees, the Women's Health Advisory Committee of the Baptist Hospital. And there will be others that would think of Kim Jones as a member of the Alliance for Affirmative Action and the Board of Directors of the Oklahoma City National Bombing Memorial Foundation. There will be others that will remember her as a member of the Magistrate Judge Selection Committee for the Western Federal Judicial District of Oklahoma. But then there are many of you at Shiloh Baptist Church that will remember her, and those of you at St. John's Missionary Baptist Church would remember her. But there are others that would think of Kim Jones as being the valedictorian of her class at Northeast High School in 1973. And then there would be others that would think of Kim Jones as the co-student body president during her senior year. Yes, she left the state and went to Brunswick, Maine, and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree from Bowdoin College. But Kim Jones Shelton is dead. What a full life at the age of 45. What a happy life and what a contribution that she made not only to her family, to her husband David that she loves so dearly, to her sister Patricia, her brothers Keith and Bobby, and her dear sweet mother Mary Jones. Yes, Kim Jones Shelton is dead. And today at 11 o'clock, her funeral will be held at the St. John's Missionary Baptist Church, 5700 North Kelly. Reverend David Daniels of the McCormick Theological Seminary, Chicago, Illinois, has arrived in Oklahoma City to deliver the eulogy. And then she will be laid to rest at Arlington Memory Garden under the direction of McKay Davis Mortuary. Kim J. Shelton is dead. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and this is your show. You waited all the week to hear the Clara Luper radio show, and now you are enjoying it. And I have told you about Kim Shelton Jones. Mrs. Earl Temple died yesterday. I will give you more information about that. The wife of the late Earl Temple died yesterday, and I will be giving you more information about that later on the program. This part of our program is being brought to you by Mr. Robert Gates of Gates Barbershop, located at 2609 North Martin Luther King. Mr. Gates is ready to take care of hair business, and he knows exactly what to do. When you walk into that beautiful barbershop and you ask a question, no, I don't know whether you ask a question, but Mr. Gates always greet you with a warm smile, and he will cut your hair to your satisfaction. Hometown is open 24 hours for your convenience, located at Martin Luther King and 23rd, and the entire staff appreciates your business, all at Hometown USA. Hometown in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Today is a very exciting day, and today is a day of gratitude because we certainly appreciate what you have done for us. We appreciate everything that you have done, and we would like to say thanks to all of you. Johnson's Jardina's is located at 1643 Northeast of 50th Street in Oklahoma City. They are ready to take care of your children in a way that you will be very, very grateful. That's Johnson's Jardina's, located at 1643 Northeast of 50th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The owners, Mrs. Gloria Mathis and Mr. Paul Mathis, would like to say thanks to you. And not only that, they have a staff that's been with them for years, and they are very, very grateful. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today we have so many things to tell you, and we wanted to tell you about Leo's Barbecue, located on 36 and Kelly, where Charles told us to tell you that you can have your cake and you can eat it too at Leo's Barbecue. Not only that, you can get some delicious barbecue. Sometimes we have to pause and think, and certainly we want you during this show to think about where we are and where we have to go.
And where we have to go. You know, Mom, when you say that, it brings to mind the past Dungy reunion activities. And we just got a call a while ago from one of your former students, Bonehead. That's Lonnie Barnett. Bonehead, Lonnie Barnett called, and he was just talking about how impressed and how rejuvenating it was to be around, good friends and old friends that were there at the Dungey reunion. And he's still talking about that speech. That must have been some speech that you gave during that reunion.
Well, Lonnie Burnett loves me along with the students from Dungey School, and I really appreciate it. Calvin, I received a letter from a student at John Marshall High School, a past graduate, and it was so good until I want you to do me a favor. Would you read this letter for me from one of my past students?
I hope the writing
at
is
John
legible.
Marshall.
Is the
of
writing.
course, it's you better hope.
You mean
can
in John
read it.
Marshall they taught the
Okay,
students
you better
how
hope you can read
to
it. This
write
is,
too.
when this student heard about my being honored, this is what he wrote.
Okay, this is from Steve Smith. And Steve, this letter, it starts out, Clara Luper. It's a poem. She's like no other teacher, and her class is so different. You must get involved, or you cannot be efficient. There's no place for can't or accepting defeat, only trying again and making it complete. We often have fun and act out some dramas. You might get embarrassed or even go into trauma. But it's all over soon, and the point becomes clear. You realize the lesson. You have nothing to fear. We all grow as leaders while learning together. We stand up and speak, each time getting better. Yes, Mrs. Luper may be tough and sometimes may seem mean, but the record of a success is long, and this has been her dream. It's now time for her to leave, time to settle down, time to count her achievements for which she became renowned. And all of us would greatly hope that when she's not at hand, that she will remember always her diamonds of Luper land.
Thank you, Calvin, and certainly
That
I
was
have some diamonds.
That was Steve Smith who wrote
One
that
of my
one.
distinguished students.
John Marshall Bear.
Okay, Calvin, I think we have someone on the
I
line,
know
and
we
that's
do.
very,
Okay,
very
so-
important.
Well, we had him. We lost him right quick. But then,
Okay, well, they'll call back.
and we're kind of intermingling different items as we go through today's program, because this is a program that is filled with all different types of emotions, Mom. We have joy and happiness and looking forward to the future, and then we also are suffering with the family of David Shelton, who's a longtime friend, longtime business partner, longtime inspiration for the Miss Black, for the Soul Bazaar, for any of the activities that have been going on. And I just personally want to let David know that we too are with him in this
And his
time.
beautiful mother.
And his beautiful mom too.
Okay,
Good morning.
Calvin.
Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. How are you doing this morning?
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter. The Freedom Fiesta is a week where we celebrate the sit-inners, and it is from August 19th through the 26th. And I hope to see you all there. Also, don't forget, the NAACP Youth Council meetings are every Monday night at 7 o'clock, and I would like to see you all out in Radio Land there. And I would like to apologize for not being on radio last Saturday. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter.
Thank you, but where were you last Saturday?
Last Saturday, I was in Houston, Texas at a family reunion.
Well, thank you so very kindly. I
Hey,
hope
Coco, before you go, what are your goals for this coming school year? I know that you will be attending one of the schools here in Oklahoma City area. And what school is that, and what are your goals for this school year?
I'm attending Millwood Elementary School. I'm in the 5th grade, and I started last Thursday. And my goals this year are to get straight A's, stay on my work, stay on task, and be on the honor roll again, and be sure to get to middle school.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
There you heard it live.
She
and
has
living
no other
color.
choice. She
Go,
has no
Coco,
other
go,
choice.
Coco, we're counting on you.
Okay,
Good
we have
things happen when you get ready, when you listen to the Clara Luper Radio Show. After you call that friend, that neighbor, and told them that it is 12:20 on your AM dial. It is now between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. The Clara Luper Radio Show. Good
And we have-
morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. How are you doing?
Fine.
Good. You're live and you live in color.
Yes, this is Dr. Holloway calling Clara Luper.
Well, thank you, Dr. Holloway. How are you this beautiful day?
Oh, I am very well, just preparing for the heat.
Oh, well, good. The heat is on, I tell you that.
That is correct.
Dr. Holloway.
Okay, Dr. Holloway, I appreciate your support through the years. And on the 20, during the sit-in activity you were involved in the sit-ins anyway. You were.
Well, I wanted to know, Clara Luper, those were the days that I look back and value, and that, of course, is the opportunity. And of course, I just received my invitation to celebrate that week, and of course, and to honor you, and it's such a great tribute. I just feel that all Langstonites, particularly the Langston University alumni, and all of our supporters must really rally to support this worthy cause. And I think it's great that your great work has meant so much to Langston University. As I travel throughout the world, Clara Luper travels with us because you're already there, because people are aware of your contribution. So I just want to say that as we prepare to return to school this fall, next week students will be returning, that we want to salute you, add our commendation, and we plan to be there for this ribbon cutting for this highway. My God, that's a great honor to have had our legislators and our government to name a highway in your great honor. So I salute you, and I invite my alumni, and of course, students will be there because we appreciate you.
I am certainly honored, and Langston University has done so much for me. I'm from Grayson High School. I'd never seen an amoeba until I got to Langston University.
Me and you both.
Oh, great. That's right, you were from Bowley. And Langston University took me in our arms and educated me, and I'm so grateful. And if I have brought any honor to Langston University, it's because of Langston University and the people who believed in me when many times I didn't quite to believe in myself.
Well, that, and it is so great. And I look at, as I look at our current student body, and the thing that we can be so proud of, Ms. Luper, is that, Langston University continues to do that because there are so many, while they may not be from Hoffman, but they are from places within our inner cities that have not always had the quality of care and support. And Langston take them and nurture them. And I know 20 years from now or 100 years from now, we'll continue to see individuals like you continuing to make great contributions because of Langston University.
I wonder if people realize that Ada Lois Scipio was a graduate from Langston University who revolutionized higher education in Oklahoma.
That's correct. I hope they do, because it's something about the Langston University graduate. I've had an opportunity to observe and to read and to study and to interact with graduates from many institutions throughout America. But it's something about the Langston University graduate that even my colleagues throughout the other historically African American universities, they often remind me. They say it's something about that Langston University graduate. It's kind of, and I don't know how to define us myself, but all I do know about us, that we are kind of we don't take no too lightly. We'll go beyond the answer if it's given no. We want to go, we will stretch our imagination, we stretch our creativity and go for the very best in whatever it is that we're looking for. So I'm very proud of what you've done and what you have done, and we plan to be there to help you celebrate this day that has been set aside for you, and it is worthy.
All right, Dr. Holloway, it's such a joy to hear your voice here on the radio show, on the Clara Luper radio show, and it's so good to hear about you and hear about the great things that you're continuing to do at Langston. I have about 3 questions. The number one question is, what can we look forward to at Langston this year as during the year 2000? Let me ask them all at once.
Okay.
2, do you think that the Langston alumni, the Langston students, will take the time out seriously to come up and to be a part of this historical occasion where Clara Luper Corridor will be named, And 3, what can we look forward to Langston students accomplishing this year there on campus and across the state?
Well, you certainly, as let me take the first one. I would rather believe that you will have a great number of Langston University alumni attending this day. I just happen to look at my schedule, and I do observe that on this date, the National Association of the Langston University Alumni Association Board is convening there in Oklahoma City. So I am sure that many of them will pause and participate in part of that day's activity. I'm almost confident of that. In terms of some things that we can expect of, I think at Langston University as we move through this 2000-2001 school year, the students here at Langston University will continue to have great opportunities. We will be initiating new programs at the university. In fact about it, our program there in Oklahoma City. One of the things I want to focus on is our Langston University in Oklahoma City. As you well know, that we are moving from a center to a campus concept,
Right.
Langston University, Oklahoma City. We are moving our graduate program there in Oklahoma City. There's absolutely no excuse for any Langstonite who want to also earn a master's degree from Langston University. We are bringing it to your door, and they can come right down on, of course, we are currently there on Lincoln, and get your master's degree. We are creating a new program this year at the master's level, a master's degree in rehabilitative counseling.
Okay.
All can be gained there in our Oklahoma City campus. We are also this year initiating a new fast-track baccalaureate degree. You know,
Wait, what now, Doctor?
a fast track, something
Fast
that
track.
get you moving, get through it quickly. You know, everybody's in a hurry now.
Right.
You know, we got the virtual university, and we got all these things you can do on computer. Well, we are trimming the timeline. We have the weekend college that we are initiating this year. You can work through the week and go to school on weekends and get your degree.
All right.
And you can do that at Langston University. So I invite those individuals who may have gotten very close, you know, got almost to the end and for whatever reason dropped out. There is absolutely no excuse for any former Langstonite in the Oklahoma City community to not get your degree from Langston University, because we have brought, not bringing, we have brought Langston University to Oklahoma City, Langston University to Tulsa. As you well know, next year in Tulsa, while we are part of a consortium now, we will be Langston University Tulsa, like we are Langston University Oklahoma City. So I think that your university has and is in a very, very continued great position to serve the citizens of this state. And the students at Langston University are some of the best in the world. We have our honors, McCabe honor students, and we're getting many, many students who are very, very bright.
That's
And
right.
they are really representing us throughout the world. In fact about it, I just came to my office this morning, and of course, you know, we got this email, faxes and stuff. Information never stopped flowing.
Right.
And I just received an invitation just this morning from the Department of Education, the White House initiative. They're inviting our student leaders to Washington this fall for the National HBCU Week. You know, students at Langston University has so many opportunities to develop their leadership skills. And that's the thing that we can be so proud of. When the students leave Langston University, they are prepared because they've had experience. So we will be sending our student leaders to Washington, D.C. along, and they'll have an opportunity to interact with state, federal officials, congressional officials. And these are the kinds of experiences that the students will have here at Langston University. And, of course, we can look forward to outstanding band, outstanding music department, outstanding athletic. I don't usually talk too much about athletics, but I'm going to start talking about it this year.
Okay.
Because that's what alumni like to hear.
Right, right. Well, you know, Dr. Holloway, I also, I think I read this correctly, that you as president of the Langston University will be involved in some type of activity nationwide with the federal government, I think J.C. Watts Committee and other black college presidents. Is that correct?
Yes, you know, Congressman Watts, a couple or 3 months ago, did in fact announce on our campus during his Founders Day speech on our campus that he would be inviting all of the presidents of the historically black colleges to Washington for a summit with the leadership in Congress. This he did, and of course we all went and all valued from that visit, because whomever is in power, they have an opportunity, and we want whomever is in power to consider and think of our needs as they think of America's needs. And J.C. Congressman Watts did, and a task force was formed, and they invited me to participate, and I will participate because I believe that this is an opportunity for us to move to the next level with our universities. At Langston University, like all other universities that was founded historically as black institutions, we are institutions without excuses. We're an institution that when you come here, we want you to see the same level of whatever that you would receive in any other institution. And that's our attitude.
I understand now that you have a large number of white and foreign students. Would you elaborate on that for me?
Yes, our enrollment, when you look at our total enrollment, as you know, the state of Oklahoma 20 years ago, they entered into an agreement with the Office of Civil Rights that the way they would desegregate Langston University would be by giving it an urban mission. That urban mission allowed us to have centers in Tulsa and in Oklahoma City. The majority of my non-black students are in Tulsa. And when you look at our total enrollment, that's where most of them are. That is a part of our enrollment. On the main campus, we have let's say about 10, 11% on the main campus would be also non-black students. We are probably, and in fact we are, the most, if you would use the word integrated or desegregated or whatever other diverse term you would like to use, Langston does not suffer from the lack of diversity.
Dr. Holloway, you've been so kind to be a part of the Clara Luper radio show, and you've always been a part of this show. You know, all you have to do, all you have to do is pick up your telephone.
Struggle.
I'm telling you, I'm really proud of you, and I'm really excited because today is a big day in the life of your family. Tell me about that.
Oh, yes, it is a big day in the life of my family. One of my nieces, Renita Bennett, of course, she's going to the altar there at Avery Methodist Church, AME Church. She's getting married, and I will join them and other guests for that this afternoon at 4 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to all of my sons. As one way of getting all of, it's interesting how things come around. By this wedding, all of my family will be here. My 3 sons,
Your 3 sons will be here. Well, one is already here, isn't he?
Well, my middle son is in Tulsa, and my oldest son that was here for about 6 months, they're in New York now, and of course now they are back. Came in yesterday, and my grandchildren, Grandpa is always, that's the other side that most of my publics don't see. They don't know that I'm a grandpa.
Oh, okay, Grandpa President. Well, that's Mrs. Salonia Bennett's daughter. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Very kind of you, and I'll see you at the sit-inners day.
Right. We look forward, and congratulations.
Well, thank you, and I'll see you at the sit-inners dinner, too. You've always been there.
Thank you, Dr. Holloway.
Thank you.
Keep the good work up, and we're looking forward to coming out on campus, not only homecoming, but just coming out to all the other activities, both athletic and scholastically, that will be going on at Langston. You go, Lions.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
all
thank
right.
you.
Bye-bye.
Calvin, people are calling. They want to know about the activities for the week.
Well,
Let's
they
go over
should
that.
know, because that's why we're here, Ma, to let people know about the activities of the week during the Freedom Fiesta.
Okay,
now, where would you like for me to start?
No,
on
first
the
I want
sit-inners day?
everybody to know that you are on this committee.
I am
because
on the committee.
if you are black and you've eaten at a restaurant,
You mean not
you're-
only me? me.
You're on the committee because before that you could be Dr. Black, Attorney Black, homeowners Black. You couldn't eat downtown before the NACP and a bunch of little kids went down there and provided. And therefore, if you're on the committee,
That was
and
a
if
mini
you're
paper
white,
sack, wasn't it?
if you're white, you're on the committee too because you have an opportunity to expand your business. And I think the whites have really prospered as a result of the sit-in movement. No wonder they are calling me and say, Mrs. Luper, I want to be a part of it. Okay.
Well, I think we did a lot. The segregation did a lot for brown paper sacks because I know at Cats they sold a many a hamburger and all of it left out of there in the brown paper sack. But, Mom, we have a caller.
Okay.
And let's talk to them before I start telling about the...
Oh, everything is going on.
Okay, tell us.
Trying to get the program together for the great Fiesta Sunday kickoff.
Sunday kickoff. Okay, Mrs.
That's right, which will be August the 20th at 4 p.m. at Quail United Methodist Church. And all you good people that is enjoying the freedom of being able to buy all over the city, eat all over the city, live all over the city in these fine hotels, I know you're going to support us Sunday, August the 20th at 4 p.m. We're having a great speaker, Reverend Morris T. Holmes, the pastor of High Ground Baptist Church.
Okay.
And I want all of you to come out, everybody that love the Lord and is enjoying your freedom of travel and living and eating and everything else in the great city of Oklahoma City. I wish you would show up 4 o'clock at Quail United Methodist Church.
Where is that church located?
At 5001 North Everett.
Mrs. Walker, you work so faithfully with the NACP and with everything else. How was it before the sit-ins?
It was sad. Everybody lived on the east side, Warner Grove of Sandtown, the fairground. We had one high school in the city. That was Douglas High School. Where there was no school buses, you had to walk, or either your parents bought your ticket. And you couldn't eat downtown. You couldn't go to the bathroom. Else you walked over to the bus station. If you was on Main, you had a good long walk. If you was hungry, you either ate it out on the street or went home and ate. And when they had the big convention here, you had to live in folk homes and pay as you go and eat where you could in the church basement because of the fact that you could not eat in the restaurants here in Oklahoma City.
What about the movie theaters, Mrs. Walker?
Oh, no. You went down on 2nd to Orange, on 4th to Jewel Theater, and finally we got one out in the fairground. And if you had the money, you could go. But if you didn't, you just didn't go.
Well, Mrs. Walker, I noticed that you have worked so hard on that worship service, and I understand you have a young minister that has performed a miracle in Oklahoma City. He has built a church, and I remember when they paid their mortgage off, and they in phase 2. Why do you work so hard in the NACP Youth Council?
Because I see the future of our young people of enjoying a lot of things that I never dreamed would ever come to pass. I enjoy working with young people. I still work with them. And I would like for the people here in Oklahoma City to come out and support the NAACP Youth Council because they are enjoying what we never dreamed would come to pass. And there are a lot of people that have suffered in order that they would have this freedom.
That's right.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Walker. And a lot of people don't understand. I call them parasitica individuals because they've come to Oklahoma City and they're enjoying everything, and they have failed to live up to the art of I call it responsibilities. I think each generation, President Kennedy said it far better than I, that each generation has the opportunity to invest in democracy. Thank you, Mrs. Walker, and I'll see you on Doc Williams Day, and I can hardly wait to hear that sermon. You're going to hear a sermon when you hear all that preaching.
You know, Mrs. Walker, Mrs. Walker, you brought up some items there, and it's still hard to believe that that type of attitude existed, prior to the sit-in movement. That fact that we as a people, we as doctors, we as lawyers, we as teachers,
Just
we
got
as
back from
workers,
the Army.
just back WW2 veterans, CCC camp veterans, that we would actually go to the back door of
That's
places like Chris's and accept that type of treatment, ride on the back of the bus, accept
That's
that type
right.
of treatment, stay in a limited part of town, but then I don't know. I guess the sit-in movement, it was a movement that had to happen, and this is a week that we are celebrating that. And thank you so much for staying strong during those early years and helping us so much during and since the sit-in movement.
I like to see all the good people in Oklahoma City that's not too busy to come out at 4 p.m. to Quail United Methodist Church and hear this dynamic speaker. And Doc Williams was one of the bondsmen that got the sit-inners out of jail.
Thank
So
you, Doc Williams.
come on. Come on and help us celebrate.
That's from my
And
jail
we're
record
going to
store.
celebrate. I understand that the minister is bringing his choir. I saw one of his beautiful choir members yesterday, and she said she could hardly wait. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and thank you, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you.
Well, let's go to Monday.
Let's go to Monday. Now, Mom, the sit-inners activities is not just a one-day affair. That Sunday, as Mrs. Walker just told you, we will be hearing the minister from Higher Ground Baptist Church while we're at Quail United Methodist Church. But then on Monday, August the 21st, we will be honoring and celebrating Attorney John E. Green Day. Now, Mrs. Rosetta Coleman is the director that day, and those activities will take place at the Freedom Center, 2609 North Martin Luther King
Kevin,
Avenue.
we have a caller.
Yeah, let's hear what the caller has to say. Good
Okay.
morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show, because we're talking about Monday, Attorney John E. Green's Day, celebrating Freedom Fiesta Week. How are you doing?
I'm doing real fine, Calvin. I hope you do have me, and I want to say hello to the radio audience. Am I talking with you?
Yes, you are, Mrs. Hunter, not only with me, but with the most intelligent listening audience in the
Right.
entire world,
I
because
couldn't
they're
tell
here
if
with
I
us.
was in or not from the lowness of the tone on the phone. This is why I was asking. But, I wanted to back up when Mrs. Walker was talking about eating on the street. Clara, do you remember? I bet you don't remember when we'd go in and buy an ice cream cone and come out on the street. We were down shopping on Saturdays, and ice cream, it would be 100 degrees or 102 and 3 outside, and ice cream be running all down your hand, and you be trying to lick the ice cream cone and licking the stuff off your hand. Do you remember how we used to do that?
Sure,
And
I
we'd
remember.
be so hungry, we'd be happy to get anything. So we'd get that ice cream cone, and before we got out on the streets, the heat would almost melt it away. And not only that, we had to drink at separate fountains, and as I can remember, our fountain wasn't ever clean.
Oh,
And the
Mrs. Hunter.
restroom that we had to use downtown in Oklahoma City was a bus station. And I want to say, thank you, bus station. Thank you, bus station. Because that's the only place that we could go. And you'd have to walk all the way down there to the bus station. And however, they let you use one down and around the corner. And 90% of the time, it wasn't clean either. But you said, thank you, bus station, that you let us come in and use it, and you didn't question us, and you didn't ask us any questions.
Right. Well,
So,
we had a
then-
place. We had a very special place. But Mrs. Hunter, during the
Right, but I want
sit-ins,
to talk about Friday, Calvin, because
well, no, I want you to.
She's going to talk about
I-
Friday.
well,
Don't
I-
I
argue.
got to
Mrs.
talk about
Hunter.
Friday because I have a minute, and before you get down to Friday, I'm going to have to be at a place before 10 o'clock.
Okay. Well.
So Friday is, we always call that Lillian Arbor Day and Nancy Davis Day and Lady Ruth Hunter Day. And we also added a new member to our group. So now you have to come out Friday.
Who is
to
your
see
new member?
Who she is. So now it's going to be a surprise to you.
Pancake.
And
Be
we're so happy
surprised.
to have
Pancake,
an
is that what it
additional
is?
person who wants to come in and work with the youth and work in our city movement, which is a Freedom Fiesta. Now, on Friday, you're going to have something most fantastic. Now, we're going to have a pancake breakfast, and man, come on out and get you some pancakes. And I just decided maybe pancakes, maybe some waffles also. So Friday morning,
Is it 7:30?
the 7:30 on the 25th, we'll have a breakfast at the Freedom Center. And we're going to have all you can eat because Mrs. Davis and I are going to be preparing that food. And we're going to prepare a lot of it because we know how our people love to eat. So, and boy, we're going to have some good old country food, you know, like them country sausage, the pan-made sausage that we make, and pancakes. So come on out there and eat that. And come that night to the fashion show. And the fashion show is going to really be fantastic. It's going to be some new innovations that you have not seen. So I will see you on the 25th, which is Friday morning at 7:30 and Friday evening at 7:30.
Thank you, Mrs. Hunter. Why do you stay with the NACP Youth Council?
Mrs. Luper, you know, I was just looking at it the other day. I've been there so long, I guess, you know, once you get involved and stuck with something, you just ever can't shake it off.
Wait.
But, you know, I look at all those young people that we have. Those young people could be out on the streets doing something wrong. But we let them come in there, and they're happy. They enjoy themselves at the meeting. And they have a privilege of expressing themselves, and if they don't express themselves, we help them to express themselves.
Well,
I can see young people growing. That's why I stay there.
Mrs. Hunter, somebody was criticizing Clara Luper the other day and said that I was getting too much publicity. What did you tell her? And that I had no right
well, you
to
know
have
what?
that.
Somebody's always saying Miss Luper got everything. She got a whole lot of things going. So I said, well, fine. I tell you what. Now, I don't see why you don't get out. I said, I will. I can get out right this minute. Now, I'm going to be in one of your things. Now, I'm going to quit Clara's now. Where can I start? Can I start helping you but do something? I don't have anything. I said, well, no, what are you saying? You don't have anything. Miss Luper has something that I'm working with it. I said, it's like taking milk out of a baby's mouth. You take it out, you don't have anything to put in place.
You got to have a replacement.
Yeah, I guess I am wrong. I said to myself, you know, I know you're wrong.
Mrs. Hunter, though, you know, as you were talking, once again, I go back to what Mrs. Walker was saying. It took a special type of black person. I guess we were black back then, before the sit-in, colored person, Negro, to accept that type of abuse. What were some of the thoughts, I mean, the true thoughts that came through your mind when you a high school graduate, a college graduate, would have to go to the back door? They would have to go to a separate water faucet. What were kind of the thoughts that were going through your mind then? Especially when you're holding your kids in one hand, ice cream in the other, and trying to get, this time of year, trying to buy back-to-school clothes. What was really going through your mind then?
You know, Ms. Walker did mention buying clothes. You went downtown, if you wanted a hat, you looked at the hat and said, that's a pretty hat, I want it. You didn't try it on. And you went in and you looked at the clothes that you wanted and your size. What is your size? This. You look at the dress and say, that's my size, I buy it. You carry it home. If it looked good on you, you kept it. If it didn't look good on you, you kept it because this is the way you had to buy it in your clothes. And really, Calvin, you know, I kind of been a person that didn't lack a lot of things.
That's right. That's what I'm wondering, how you bit your tongue.
Because he came from Mississippi here for more freedom. So he never let me take him back to Mississippi because he said, no, lady, you can't do the things in Mississippi that you do here. But, and you can't talk to the white folks there. And I can't protect you there. So I was kind of like my father. I wanted something better, but not only for myself. I wanted something better for all black people. And I was always struggling to do that. And this is why I hang on with these young people.
Okay. Well, I had to find out, Mrs. Hunter.
Okay, well, let's see.
I'm looking forward to Friday, 7:30 a.m., pancakes, and maybe waffles. Friday, 7:30 p.m., definitely a fantastic
Kevin, we got to talk about John Green's
But, Mom,
Day.
we're back to Tuesday now. Was that Tuesday?
Right.
No, that was Monday.
Right out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Monday is Attorney John Green's Day. Attorney that argued our case in court. Attorney John Green, Miss Rosetta Coleman, said they are having a cake-a-rama. Those of you that want a homemade cake, call Mrs. Rosetta Coleman, SM 93446.
SM.
Let's go. We got to hurry.
And then on Tuesday,
is Cecil
now that's
L.
a very
Williams
special day
and
because
that's
that
election day.
Each day of the Freedom Fiesta means something special. Here we are. We've had Sunday. We've had Monday. But here we are Tuesday, Cecil L. Williams Day. Those of you who know Cecil know that he was avid and dynamically and what else can I say? Well, any adjective that you wanted to say that meant that you had to be a registered voter. I don't think Cecil would even have a long conversation with you if you were not a registered voter. And he would ask you to present your voter registration card. And this day is special not only because it's Cecil Williams Day, but because Mrs. Leola Ford is the director of that. And we will be having a salad festival at the Freedom Center, and voter registrations will be pressed that day. You know,
No,
the
the
NAC
people will be registered. They will have to go to the polls and vote.
That's right.
And we
because
wanna
one of the
see
goals
where-
of the NACP
Yeah.
nationally this year is to register over 2 million new voters, and we want to be a part of that. So if you have not registered to vote,
It's too late to register on the 22nd. They better
it's
get
too
out
late.
and vote.
They got to
That's
do
right.
something else. Okay. But
Okay.
then that Cecil L. Williams Day is a big day during the Freedom Fiesta. That's Tuesday, August the 22nd. The activities will start at 10:30 a.m. and will go at least till 3 p.m. But then Wednesday, Mom. Now, Wednesday is a mighty, mighty, mighty big day. And I have to tell you about that because that is the sit-inners' times. This is the time when past sit-inners are invited to come up to the Freedom Center. And what has happened in the past is that news agencies, students that are writing different programs for history programs are coming up, and they're actually interviewing us on videotape, still cameras, and actual interviews to sort of add a little more realism
Who's over
to their
that day,
studies. Now, the
Calvin?
person over that day is none other than Mrs. Gloria Matthews. Now, we also will be having a special dinner there during sit-inners time, Wednesday, August the 23rd. And, Mom, what all does Mrs. Matthews have
I
planned
don't
for
know.
that
I
day?
can't speak for Mrs. Gloria Matthews. And whatever she has, we know it would be out of
I
sight.
know it will be out of sight.
Calvin, you
Outstandingly
gotta
out
get
of sight.
to Thursday is a President's Day with Karis Roth in charge, and we'll be telling you about that next week.
Okay, we've
And
heard
now
about
we
Friday.
have someone on the line.
We have someone on the line. Well, let me remind you, this is KTLV 1220. You want to be a part of this show, 672-1220. Give us a call. Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. And how are you doing? Are you still with me? No, you're
Man,
not
we
with
lost
me.
you. Well, that's good. We can
That's
come to
too
Saturday.
funny.
Saturday's Clara Luper's Day.
Saturday, August the 26th. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, are you with us now? You gonna
I'm
talk?
with you now. This is Maddie Dillon. How you doing?
You did what?
This is
This
Mala Dillon.
How
Maddie
you
Dillon.
doing?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I tell you one thing about it. Doesn't look like you all gotten on a spot marching from the captain all the way down there. You know, I'm my age now. I don't know if I can be able to walk that far, but I don't know. You know, I'll try anything.
Well,
you
you
know
can.
what, Calvin? Miss Luper asked me about the Continental, but I went all the way to Atlanta, and if I was right, I done pull a Firebird, a red, and going to decorate it in red and white. And I think what I do in the part of the show, Maddie Dillard and her children, Jennifer Hale, Laura Beth Hale, Daphne Louise, and Shouter. Those are the children are part of my life. And I just don't know what all we might do there, but we are going to get behind a band. Either we are going to be riding in a car, because you know what? I'm a little bit older than you are, Captain.
Okay, well, Calvin is
But you know what?
Okay, now.
Miss Luper done got up in a car, and it might be about my time. You think outside we're going to be there for us to win one of them Cadillacs? I always play behind Miss Luper. She's a
Okay,
great lady.
Mrs. Dillard, why are
Yeah.
you participating in the parade?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Why? Well, because you are a great lady. You went to jail more on your call. A lot of people been locked up because they had to. You went because you chose them to. You're trying to fight the civil rights.
Well, thank you.
Miss Luper, I'm going to say this real fast. I'm going to let you go. I'm glad to see your name imprinted and not wait until you're dead and then put it up like Martin Luther King. The Kennedy were.
Well, thank
Abraham Ross and all them guys.
Well, thank you so very
Okay,
much.
thank you, and say hello to everybody out there in radio land, especially Mama Jenny on
Oh.
14th Street, the beauty shop lady.
Well, thank you
Okay,
so
bye.
Okay,
See you
bye-bye.
later.
On Saturday is Clara Luper's Day, and Clara Luper's name recognize all of you. That's Clara Luper's Day, and Calvin, I can't wait because
Wait a
I
minute,
got
you
something
gotta
to talk
wait a minute,
about.
because the activities we've talked
I got
about
to talk about
Sunday up until Saturday.
We
But then you know,
don't cheat me on
Mom,
Saturday.
I'm not gonna cheat you.
Because
Yeah,
on Saturday,
this is your show. But let me. We have
okay,
a caller.
okay.
Can we do the caller?
If that caller's in a hurry.
If
because
that
I got
caller's
to,
in a hurry.
I've got to tell you about the people that's going to be honored.
Saturday,
Okay,
Saturday the
Calvin.
26th. But we're going back now. Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Good morning, Miss Luper.
Good morning.
I just got in on time. I'm just getting back home. But anyway, I just want to say...
Well, you better hurry up, Miss Matthews.
Congratulations, and we will be Gloria Matthews Day on Wednesday, and I'll let you know next Saturday what we'll be doing, what we'll be serving.
Okay, well, we're real excited about it, and thank you so very kindly.
That
Mrs.
was Wednesday.
Johnson.
Now we got Wednesday straight.
Okay,
we
now,
got Tuesday straight.
Okay, but
we got Monday straight. And now we got Thursday straight, Friday straight. And now here we are, Mom, 9 a.m. Saturday morning.
We will be on radio at 10 o'clock. The attorney, Representative Toure and Mrs. Angela Munson will be in charge at the state capitol, and we invite all of you to participate at the state capitol. Then we will have a parade that's headed by the Honorable Mr. Berlin Nero and Mr. Rodell Hornby. We will tell you more about that parade next week, but I want to tell you a story of an 80-year-old black man, a black man that has a beautiful and a supportive wife named Melba, a black man that has 4 beautiful children, Mary, Craig, Tracy, and Darrell. I want to tell you about a black man that's proud of his daughter-in-laws. I want to tell you about a man who is a Christian. He was born in Chandler, Oklahoma on June 17, 2 days before the 19th of June. I want you to know that this young man began his educational career in the northeast part of Oklahoma City. He attended Dunbar Elementary and Douglas High School class. But I want to tell you about a young man who volunteered for the United States Navy and served with dignity. And I want to tell you about a young man who's a basketball coach, a football coach, and who went to Langston University after he left the Navy in 1945. A starting lineman on the Mighty Lions football team from the beginning of his freshman year until he was injured during a game at Texas College. And that was a sad day for us. Yes, he led it in 2 years in football and had many outstanding plays.
Yep.
I'm talking about a young man who remembered his playing days at Langston and received his nickname from the way he acted on the field. I'm talking about a young man, and I could go on, and guess who I'm talking about?
I'm trying to guess, man. A young man that was at Langston, Dunbar, Douglas.
He's a member of the Church of the Living God.
Church of the Living God.
He's past chairman of the Deacon Board.
The kids' names were a clue to me, too, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, I could talk about him and the people at David Lodge, number 50, and American Legion, the Douglas High School Alumni Association. I could go on, but ladies and gentlemen, one of the people that will be honored will be the Honorable Mr. McDaniel.
Fluky McDaniel.
Call him what you want to.
Okay, I never would have guessed that by hearing that bibliography there. But Mom, he's one of the persons that will be honored on Saturday, June 26th. Saturday, August the 26th, at the Clara Luper dinner. Now, who are some of the other honorees, and why are we honoring these people
because
at this particular time?
Because they represent what is best in the sit-ins. The sit-ins was a movement in which we would have an area where people could develop to their fullest potentials. And we are honoring a young man that was born in White Rock, Texas, and who graduated from Douglas High School in Sherman, Texas. He was born in White Rock, Texas. And he's a man that's so proud of his children, you just can't imagine. I'll be telling you about him next week. But those of you that would like to see these people honored, also honored, it will be Reverend Lasky, Mrs. Gloria Matthews, and Mr. Jamal A.Z. Those of you that have not gotten your tickets, you better get them because they are going like hotcakes. The tickets you can sit in the section where you are able to. The bronze tickets are only $25. The gold tickets are $50. The diamond tickets are $100, and they are selling like hotcakes, and we're going to be sold out by next Saturday.
June 26th.
People appreciate
What
us.
time is that? 7 p.m.?
No, 6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
And the speaker will be the Honorable Bishop Art Ladd.
That will not be at the Freedom Center.
And that will be at the Central Plaza Bricktown Hotel.
Reno
But the people from Grayson met last night in their annual meeting, and all of you from Grayson and Hoffman, there will be a big picnic in Grayson on September 2nd, and you are to contact Mr. Gene Ford, Mrs. Helen Howard, Mrs. Gladys Elliott, Mrs. Johnny Nixon. We are going to Hoffman, Oklahoma. Those of you that want to go to Grayson and Hoffman,
you named
let
too
me
many
know.
people there.
And those people are so proud of that.
If everybody drives
graduate.
their car down there and there's one stop sign, how they going to get through
Langston
Grayson?
University is proud of me, but oh, those Grayson people are proud of me. You should have seen them last night. They were there, and if you missed that meeting, you really missed something. They were really proud of me because I'm one of them. Oh,
that's right.
I have so much.
You all have come a long way, and you've done well.
The people from Grayson and
That's
Hoffman
right.
know how far I've come because we had a lot of nothing. In fact, we had plenty of nothing, and we could take nothing and make something out of it. I remember one time we needed a pie and didn't have no apples. We didn't worry about it because my grandmother went and got some sheep showers and made a sheep shower pie, and it was delicious.
That's sweet.
Well, Kevin,
well, Mom, we've told everybody about the sit-ins activities and the 42nd anniversary of the sit-in.
But we got to tell them that they are
Fiesta.
on the committee. And if you are black or white and going in restaurants where blacks and whites eat together, you on the committee. And you go in your pocket and you buy what you're able to buy. Now, don't look at me and tell me, Miss Luper, I love you, and don't wait until I die and send me some flowers. Give me my flowers now. And Calvin, I'm so proud of everything. And Miss Ollie Dotson say, I just want to do something special for you. And those of you that want to do something special for Clara Luper, you see Ollie Dotson. Because Ollie said you need to do something special for me.
Well, look, I don't know, Mom.
Calvin,
so many
it's
good
birthday
things have
time,
happened.
and I've got to get out of here because I got to go to Texas.
Okay.
I'm going to see my daughter and my
Well, Mom, you know, this is
son-in-law,
birthday time.
and I'm going to a commencement exercise in North Texas this evening.
And you know, Shelley's birthday was last week, but we sung last week to her. But then we have Darlene this week, and Tanika, I believe is the right way to pronounce that. And then I also have an appeal that we'd like to make on the We Can't Sing a Singing Group. We're going to formally ask you now if we may perform at one of the activities during the sit-inners.
You have to see Mrs. Gloria Matthews because we have already taken on Saturday.
Well, here we go. Happy birthday. And yes, Carolyn, I have gotten better. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Dick Cooks. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, and may you have many, many more.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and some of you have asked me why didn't I go down to hear Reverend Jakes, and why don't I send money to Reverend Jakes? Well, I'm going to send my money to the preachers in Oklahoma City. I got sense enough to know that if I get sick, Reverend Jakes is not coming up here and see about me. Now, I don't know about you. Maybe when you get sick, all you got to do is call Reverend Jakes, and he'll come up here and take care of you. But I'm going to stay with my handsome, good-looking, preaching preachers in Oklahoma City. I would stay with my preachers in Oklahoma. Now, you go on and send your money anywhere you want to, but I'm going to give mine to the preachers in Oklahoma City. And if you don't like it, that's your problem, because some of you going to see Jakes and wouldn't give a penny to your own pastor, your own friends or help. Well, anyway.
Well, we're getting ready for the Freedom Fiesta. We are 1 week away from Freedom Fiesta time, June.
Somebody say I talk too much. Well, you don't talk enough. This is Clara Luper saying,
June 19th,
stay out of
26th.
trouble. I got something to talk about. Yes, don't
August
forget
19th.
August. Don't forget the entire situation. Clara,
We'd like to
bye-bye.
thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Clara Luper Show. Join Sister Clara Luper here each and every Saturday from 9 until 10 at your #1 gospel station, KTLV. And until next Saturday, may God bless you.